Welcome back to JB Reviews. I have a 2023 Ford F250 Tremor, and I'm going to give you guys some things I love and hate about this truck. Special shout out to Larry H. Miller, Super Ford here in Salt Lake City. Tim actually sold this truck. If you are in the market, be sure to reach out to him. I know they're going to start taking orders on these trucks, so be sure to jump in line. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see what's optional and standard on this build. So here's the spec above with the colors. Actually, this is one of my favorite colors, by the way, antimatter blue. And be sure to pause for some of the standard equipment on this truck. Now, if you want to get a Tremor, you can only get the high output diesel with the 355 locker out back. And black appearance and Tremor package are right there. This has the power moonroof twin panel. Also has the Lariat Ultimate package. And then here's the destination charge at $19.95 with a total price of $93,570. Now, some of the things I love on this truck is the front end, and specifically the lower air dam. So when you get a Tremor, they do cut this thing down, and I think it gives it a better overall appearance up front. Painted bumpers comes a part of that black appearance package too, and it does black out the top part of the grille, included inside of the headlights too. I do like the overall design. It also gives you this black appearance on the emblem, and this is like a bronze color. Forward facing camera there, parking sensors, which was not available last year, LED fog lights, headlights high and low beam, and you have an LED accent light with turn signals too. So a lot going on. You have your tow hooks as well. And when you put it all together, I mean, it does look really good. I think I would definitely go black appearance on this antimatter blue. Really nice spec. Now, here's something I don't like about this truck, and the more I see it, the more I don't like it. I do not like these wheels. These wheels do nothing for the Tremor, in my opinion. They do have a rugged look, which they need for this Tremor package, but I just don't think that they have a nice design. I do like the previous model year Tremors a lot better, but hey, you do get a 35-inch tire, LT 285/75/18, Goodyear Wrangler, and this is a Duratrack. Solid front axle. And they do tune this suspension specifically for the diesel, which is a nice add. Because you have that black appearance, you do have a black accent on the mirrors right there. You do have power deployable running boards. When you do unlock the truck, they do come down as well. And this is how you know you have that high output power stroke, because of the red outline on the 6.7 liter. Mirrors are pretty much unchanged too for this model year. Painted door handles with smart key system. You do have the keypad right there. And even though the truck has the black appearance, they don't give you a black trim piece on that running board too, which is surprising. However, if you do get the black appearance, normally the Tremor badge back here would be orange, but it's pretty much grayed out there instead. You cannot get the long bed with the Tremor, and you have a 34-gallon fuel tank with a 7.4-gallon DEF. You have the steps, which are new for 2023, and that's probably something else I would say Ford should have done. They should have added a Tremor appearance package for people who would like a long bed truck, because I will say these trucks do look good with long beds, and having the 35-inch tires with that long bed will look nice too, so they should have added that for 2023. Here's the rear suspension, and you guys notice this is a 3/4 ton. I'm starting to see more of these trucks have that additional overload leaf spring out back. I know back in the day you could add a max trailering package, which would give that to you. Parking sensors out back, painted bumpers as you saw in the front, Class 5 receiving hitch. They did restyle these for 2023. Down below, 7 and 4 pin. And something else I don't like about this truck is they decided to add LED and incandescent bulbs for the taillights. I thought that was a cheap way to kind of start off, especially with this Lariat being like 90 grand. So you do have an assisted tailgate. You have a light that shines down with a backup camera. Because of the Ultimate package, they do provide this step. It does have a handle too that comes out right here. Spray and bed liner, fifth wheel prep package. They do provide a button, which I love, to turn on the lights. There's a camera above for the bed view. I also love the 2,000 watts of power in the rear. Now this truck has 4 fixed tie downs, and they do have some clamps that you can put in there too. This tailgate does not go up with power, by the way. You can notice that Ford emblem's kind of blacked out. Dual exhaust. And then check out the blue and the sun. This is a pretty color. I think this is one of Ford's best colors for the Super Duty. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you unlock the truck, it does drop down the running boards. And if you lock it, it puts them back in. I love that, because if you do want to unlock it for your wife, they can already be down before she gets to the door. Now let's go ahead and talk about this high output power stroke. I can't wait to see how this engine performs long term. So this is going to have 500 horsepower, 1,200 pound-feet of torque, which is pretty insane. I've driven these trucks new. I've driven them with 3,000 miles on them. I feel as though when they're new that Ford does lower the boost, and once you get to the break-in period, whether it be 500 or 1,000 miles, that's where this engine comes to life. It does have a water jacketed turbocharger, so it does use coolant to cool it. Also, the combustion is cooled as well, so this engine does have a lot of nice upgrades. They did lower compression too for this to kind of give it the power figures that it uses. And when you add it all up, I mean, it's probably one of the most powerful diesels we've ever seen in this segment. Now, something I love about this Tremor package is you can get it on XLT all the way up to Platinum. And for a Lariat, there's a lot of nice features. I love the leather seats. You have a 10-way here, B&O sound system, and the update to the interior is super nice. Power pedals, power steering wheel column, automatic headlights, and you have a full digital cluster here. Great information. The 12-inch display off to the right. And let's go ahead and show you one of my favorite things about the update. You guys have seen it on a lot of my videos, and I love talking about it because hopefully GM will do something like this too, because they're the only ones that don't do this. Now in this screen, you do have your gauges, right? And this is something that's super useful whether you're towing or not, because you can really get an idea of your temperatures, especially out here in Utah. I mean, right now it's 87 degrees, and it can get up to like 100 degrees easily out here. Also, they give you gauges for your turbo, engine brake, and exhaust filter. In the past, I don't believe they gave you an exhaust filter readout, and that's just good to know, because if that DPF is starting to get full with soot, you can just take the truck on a nice trip somewhere for 45 minutes to kind of get it cleaned out. They also give you the engine brake and the turbo boost all together in one menu. It's just super nice to have. And then they give you the auxiliary gauges for some of those things you've seen. And then back to the top. Heads-up display can be controlled in this screen as well. You can see it right there, some of the information. 12-inch display, you have your 360 camera view. Here are some of the other camera views that you might want to see. This is the rear. They give you a backup line too. And exhaust brake, you have 2 stages for it. Parking sensors all the way around, traction control above. And this one does have a lot of different drive modes. That's going to be for trail assist, like for cruise control. Let's go ahead and push the button, see what it says. You got trail control enabled, and then you can turn it off. They also give you a trail turn assist, which helps to get this big truck turned around on a tight trail. So what it'll do is it'll lock the inner tire out back to allow it to turn in better. And so everything about this truck is pretty unique. Like, I love the drive modes. They have tons of drive modes. They do give you an additional one with the Tremor, which is the rock crawl, but you have off-road, you have slippery roads, normal, tow haul mode, and then eco mode. Also down below you have a locker for out back for low, which you would expect on a truck like this too. And then this is how you activate that trail turn assist, as I mentioned. So you just push that button and you can basically lock in that inner wheel out back. That way you have a better turn in. Down here, wireless charging for your phone, 2 USBs, 4 cup holders up front. Center console gives you a little bit extra storage. Not my favorite thing. Something else I don't like about this truck is this center console, and really this design is definitely behind Ram's. I think Ram has always had a really good detail for their center console, and it got really good back in 2019. Now, something Ford has done well for a long time is the position of these auxiliary switches. Sunglass holder, and let's go ahead and slide this huge shade here for the large sunroof. So twin panel, as you guys saw in the window sticker. I would definitely get this option because, as I've said in many other videos, we live in Utah, so you have beautiful views like that, and when you drive through the mountains, you can literally look up top and see all that. Now up here you do have some storage there, and then some on the passenger side with the glove box, power plugs, and overall, like I said, this truck is really comfortable. The seats have really good support, and I do like the overall design. Like, even like how they put the door handle there. They've been doing this for a while, but I still like that. Grab handle on both sides. Home link is right there too, by the way. And then the interior does have LED lights out back. You have your outboard heated seats, USBs. Those are going to be 2 Type C's. And then you have more power plugs. I love that they give them to you front and rear. Storage under the seat. It is collapsible. Flat floor surface, seat back pockets. And right here, more cup holders, power sliding glass, and then another great view out the back of that huge sunroof. Now, most of you guys who've been with me for a while know I did a video on a 2020 F250 Tremor when they first came out. That truck had the same gross axle weight rating up front and the same rear gross axle rating, but it had a lower GVWR at 10.8. This truck has 11,000. That truck also had a payload of around 2,700 pounds. So yeah, this truck is probably about the same weight as that one was back then, because you get that extra couple hundred pounds, so it's at 2932. I love that about this truck is the 3/4 tons now have more capacity to actually tow a decent sized trailer. So if you want to tow a small fifth wheel, well, you will have enough payload capacity, especially if the hitch weight's like around 2,000 pounds, because once you figure in your family, your gear maybe, and your hitch, you'll probably be close to about 2,900 pounds when it's all said and done. But I hope you guys liked the video. Special shout out to Larry H. Miller, Super Ford. Be sure to give these guys a look out if you are in the market, if you would like to order a truck from them. I do know that the books did open for the 2024 model year, so be sure to reach out to these guys. By the way, finally, clearance lamps on a Ford. I don't see that often. Love that.